Okay, good morning, grade 6 students. So today we will discuss the cloud storage and word processing software. So are you ready? Okay, so let us start. So first is what is cloud storage? Cloud storage is a way of storing files and data online so they can be accessed anytime and anywhere using the internet. So it is invented by Dr. Joseph Carl Robnet Licklider in the 1960s. So when we say cloud storage, it is a way or it's an app or uh, a site where we can store our files and data that we can access with the help of internet. So anytime, anywhere, basta may internet ka, pwede mong i-access yung mga na-save mong information in your cloud storage. So move on. Files are stored on remote servers instead of only your computer. You need an internet connection to access your files online. If mababa yung storage ng devices mo, pwede kang gumamit ng cloud storage. And as long as there is an internet in your place, you can access your file. Then, how does cloud storage work? So, think of a cloud storage as a big digital locker. Ano bang laman ng locker natin? So, usually books or yung mga files natin. So, tulad din yan ng cloud storage. It works as a big locker, bodega, kung saan naka-imbak yung mga information na mayroon tayo. Sabi ko nga, kapag maliit yung storage ng device natin, pwede tayong gumamit ng cloud storage kasi dyan natin pwedeng i-imbak or i-save ang ating mga files. So, we can access it anytime, anywhere, as long as there is an internet connection. Next, so how does cloud storage work? So your files are stored safely. Companies like Google Drive and Dropbox provide storage space. Then you can open your file from any device connected to the internet. So as long as you know the password, you have the link, then you can open your storage or your drive as long as meron kang internet. Then, benefits of cloud storage. So, keeps your files safe even if your device is lost or damaged. So, if nawala yung cellphone mo, but you know your password, your Google password, then you can open your cloud storage using different device. Pwede mong gamitin bago mong cellphone, laptop mo, and anything. Basta alam mo yung mga information na nandoon makes sharing files with classmates and teachers easy. So, sharing files, pwedeng mag-save ako, pwede akong mag-save ng information. Then, kayo naman pwede nyong i-access. The same true, pwede rin naman kayong mag-save. Tapos ako naman yung access. Ganon. Allows you to access your files anytime and anywhere. So, ito yung pinakamahalagang um, benefit niya. Aside from you save storage, the same time, kahit anong oras, kahit anong lugar, as long as there is an internet connection, pwede mong i-open yung file na kailangan mo na nakasave doon sa Google storage mo. Okay, advantages or pros, reduces the need for USB drives and hard disk. So hindi mo na kailangan bumili ng mga USB drives or hard disk kasi internet na lang ang kailangan natin. Easy and quick to set up. You only pay for the storage you use. Storage can grow as your needs increase. Protects your files during disasters by keeping backup copies. So, you have backup copies, you have printed, paano kung nabasa yun? So, you have a file stored in your storage or cloud storage. Sorry. Then, you also have, of course, if there is pros, there are also cons. Ano ba yung mga downside naman nung paggamit ng cloud storage. So, security risk is if hacker gain access. So, kaya nga, dapat if gumagawa tayo ng account, kahit anong account, we should never use our birthdays, our address, our full name as our password. Then, less control because files are managed by the cloud provider. So, if you attach or save your files in cloud storage, mamaya malalaman natin kung ano yung mga provider na yon. So, parang sila din ang nagko-control kasi ikaw, nag-access ka lang. Uploading and downloading may be slow with poor internet. So, ang downside talaga kapag internet ang kailangan ay ang mahinang internet. So, hindi mo siya ma-access kapag wala kang internet. Then, mayroon din regulation online kahit naman sa anong platform, Facebook, kapag masyadong malaswa or masyadong uh, may mga sugat, ganun, may mga dugo, di ba, binablur nila yon. So, parang ganun din dito, mayroon din security na iniiwasan na magpakalat ng or mag-share ng mga sensitive files. Next. Okay. Okay, so here are the different types of cloud storage. So meron tayong 5 different types of cloud storage. So yung mga famous na lang yung nilagay ko para hindi tayo mahirapan. So first one is Google Drive, cloud storage service developed by Google. It allows users to store, organize, share, and access files online from any device with an internet connection. It is best for budget-conscious users and teams who frequently collaborate on documents, docs, sheets, and slides. So, tandaan lang natin na kapag sinabi natin Google Drive, it is a drive or cloud storage developed by the company Google. Next. Next, Dropbox, a popular cloud storage platform used by individuals, schools, and businesses. It helps users store, sync, and share files quickly and easily across different devices. It is ideal for creative and professional and heavy data user who need lightning fast syncing for large files like 4K videos or CAD and advanced client sharing tools. So Dropbox, it helps kapag malalaki na yung mga files na kailangan natin. So ideal ang Dropbox kapag ganun yung situation natin or yung isa-save mo ay masyadong malaki. Next, OneDrive, a cloud storage service developed by Microsoft. It allows users to save, backup, and share files and works well with Microsoft Office applications like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So, if kanina ang Google Drive ay gawa ni Google, ito naman po ay gawa ni Microsoft. So, katulad siya ng Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. Next one, iCloud Drive. So ito naman po ay developed by the company Apple. So ito yung mga iPhone users. So mga gumagamit ng mga Apple products like iPhones, iPads, and Macs. Next, Jota Cloud. It is a cloud storage and backup service known for its strong security features. So if the question is all about it has strong features in security, then ang sagot natin ay Jota Cloud because it is, the policy in Norway is very strict in terms of privacy. Kasi nga itong Jota Cloud is nag-originate siya or ginawa siya sa Norway. Okay, so we also have the cloud storage security. So cloud storage is safe, but user must also protect their accounts, security threats, data breaches, insider threats, data loss, weak password. So we have to make sure na ang password natin or our data is secured. Dapat hindi tayo gumagamit ng mga password na madaling hulaan. And wag dapat nating sinishare, of course, yung mga passwords natin. Kasi private yon, mga confidential dapat yun, hindi natin siya sinishare sa iba. Next, the feature of cloud storage and visual culture. Use a strong password, enable two-factor authentication, share files only with trusted people, keep backup copies of important files, and stay informed about online security. So, if you use cloud storage, make sure to follow these things kasi it will help you to be safe in using them. Next, steps in uploading files. Open your cloud storage account, sign in of course, click new or upload, choose file upload or folder upload, select the file and click open or upload, then wait for the upload to finish. So, yun lang naman yung steps natin. Super dali lang natin yung masusundan kapag gusto nating mag-upload ng file natin sa cloud storage. So, sabi ko nga last time, ang madaling gamitin ay Google Drive. Next, steps in sharing files through email. Select the file, click share, enter recipient email address, choose permission, and click send. So bakit kahalaga ng permission? Kasi ang permission, doon magmamatter kung paano makikita ng pinagsendan mo yung file na sinend mo. Meron tayong tatlo. It could be either viewer, commenter, or editor. Yung viewer, kung nag-send ako sa inyo, mababasa nyo lang, makikita nyo lang. Kapag commenter naman kayo, pwede nyong makita at the same time, pwede kayong mag-comments. Pero yung pinakamaganda talaga is yung editor. So dito, pwede mong, pwede kang edit nung file na sinend sa'yo kasi makikita mo siya, mag-comment ka, mag-edit, at even mag-delete ka ng ayaw mong part ng file na yun. So, that's it for cloud storage. Now, let's move on to word processing software. So, here is our discussion, a brief discussion. So, word processing software. So it is a device or software program that can create, save, edit, and print text documents. It allows user to write and modify documents using different formatting features that help organize text. So ang word processor ay isang application or device that we can use for us to create, edit, text documents. So, first na feature na pinag-aralan natin is watermark. It is an image or text, picture, or logo that appears behind the document main content and fades over time. So, this is the example. So, confidential, do not copy, and more. Then, benefit of using watermarks. It can make the document more interesting. And alam mo kung para saan ba, kung ito ba ay draft, kung ito ba ay final copy, kung ito ba ay confidential, at kung ito ba ay mga text lang na ginawa ng sino. Then watermarks can be used to identify a document status. Sabi ko kanina, draft, confidential, kung yun na ba yung final or hindi pa. Then watermark pictures appear behind the text in your document and enable you to create visually appealing documents similar to stationery. So as pwede rin siyang maging design kasi nga watermark nakaano yun sa document. So lahat ng document mo mayroon din noon sa isang file. So pwede kang gumamit para maging appealing siya, attractive. Then, meron tayong types of watermark. Basic watermark. Ito yung mga default na, pipiliin na lamang natin doon. We have the picture watermark. Ito naman ay pipili ka. So, custom. Tapos piliin mo picture watermark. Then, magbabrowse ka for your PC by clicking the select picture button. And after selecting your image, scale, click the OK button. Then, text watermark. Pwede kang mag-type, pwede mong baguhin. Kung gusto mong pangalan mo, apelyido mo, date kung kailan mo ginawa, pwede po yun. So, click the OK button. Kung tapos na, i-repeat mo lamang yung steps kanina. Then, how to add on the navigation menu, click the page layout. On the right side, click watermark option. Then a menu will open where you can select different types of watermark. It could be a default watermark, a text watermark, a picture watermark, or you can create your own watermark. Page color. Ano naman yung page color? So the page color, it is by default, our document is in white, diba? White yung font. But you can alter it, you can change it depending on the color you like to use. So open the document. Ito yung ways on how to change page color in Microsoft Word kasi nga ang ginamit natin ay Microsoft Word. Open your document, then click the Design tab, and then choose page color, then to view a preview of a color on your page, hover your cursor over it, then add color to your page, then click it. So, nakadepende na yun sa'yo kung anong gusto mong gamitin. But by default, puti po, white po ang ating color ng page color. Then page border, ito naman yung yung pinagawa ko sa inyo, yung coupon, yung merong border, meron siyang rectangular shape sa gilid. So you can use line, you can use different shape. So shapes, images, boxes, boundaries, or colorful graphics that are added to documents to enhance their beauty and appeal. So nakita natin na hindi masyadong maganda kapag wala ganito. So kung yung reading materials natin meron siyang border, so mas maayos siya tignan. So, ganito yung mga pagpipilian kung gusto mo ng line, dots, and whatsoever. So, meron tayong mga border. Yung bottom border, yung nasa baba. Yung top border, yung nasa taas ng paragraph. Yung left, yung nasa left side. Yung right, nasa right side. Yung no border, wala kang border na ginamit. Tinanggal mo. And all borders naman ay yung lahat. So, madali lamang itong intindihin kasi from their name, alam na natin kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin. Bottom, down, top, taas, left side, right side. No borders, wala, and all borders, lahat may page number, headers, and footers. So page number have your document pages automatically numbered. They are typically positioned in the side margin, footer, or header. Word lets you resume numbering pages if you need to do so for some pages. So, paano maglagay? So, you just have to insert tab, click the page number, open the top of page, bottom of page, or page margins menu, depending on where you want the page number to be positioned. Then select the desired style of header. Page numbering will appear as well. So, press the escape key to lock the header and footer. If you need to make any changes to your page number, simply double-click the header or footer to unlock it. So, alam na natin. So, kapag header, nasa taas. Saan ba yung head natin? Di ba? Nasa taas. Wala naman tayong head na nasa paa. So, footer naman po is nasa paa natin. Feet, sorry. My S. Okay. So, a section of the document that appears in the top is the header. However, the bottom part naman is the footer. So, you just have to double-click the bottom margin of your document kung gusto mong gumawa ng header and footer. Then, Design tab will show on the ribbon's right side, and the header or footer will open. Either the header or the footer will continue the insertion point, and in the header or footer, type the data required. Then to end the process, select close header and footer. Additionally, you can hit the escape key, then the text in the header or footer will show up. So that's it for today. So we briefly discussed about cloud storage and as well as word processing software. So I hope this video will help you to remember and understand more our previous discussion. So I hope you are okay kahit na ganito po yung ating panahon. And see you when I see you.